Hey travelers, MagicDave here. So I asked my longtime high school friend Adam if he had heard of Cletus McFarland. And he said he had briefly seen him on YouTube, and I told him that Cletus was racing over at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Charlotte was just a couple hours from each of us, so we decided to connect and go see Cletus turn left for a while. So Cletus popped on my radar a couple months back when he was doing ARCA at Daytona. When he was doing some of the initial trials, I watched that video popped up on my YouTube feed, as it did probably for many of you. And I was just really impressed with his honesty, and I know Cletus is a bit of a character for him and he's putting on a bit of an act. But for Garrett, those emotions were pretty real to watch him just reacting to going nearly 200 miles an hour at Daytona. So the chance to come see him up here at his third race, because he had previously raced over at Talladega and got 10th. So I was curious to see how he would do at Charlotte, which is not a super speedway, that being Daytona and Talladega. With Charlotte, you definitely have to let up going into the turns, and it's a lot more driving, so I was curious to see how he'd do. I know he has a lot of experience with circle tracks and doing a lot of stuff there at Freedom Factory, but also it's pretty obvious he's got a lot of talent to be able to hold on like he did at Talladega with the 7 cylinders. It was really cool to see the 30 car in person. It's really pretty, and it really stands out in the field. Also, it was a beautiful day in Charlotte, and we're right in front of the restart zone, and it was just a beautiful day. The weather was fantastic, in the shade. We're up on row 23, I think, and I think row 30 is even better if you can get into that area so you can see the whole track. This day was also kind of special for me and Adam because our dads were really big into NASCAR, and I know I resisted NASCAR for a long time. But we both kind of lost our dads, I think even in the same month here. So around Memorial Day, it always gets me thinking about it. So coming out to Charlotte which is around the Coca-Cola 600, it's kind of special to come out and do. So this is a good day to come hang out with my bro and watch some cars turn left. It's kind of funny how life comes full circle sometimes. Cletus qualified around 11th, I believe, and the initial start, he got a good start, and things were pretty smooth for the first half of the race. He fought his way up to about 7th and kind of stayed there most of the day. There was an early caution. Well, actually, I don't even think the caution was fun. Someone cut a tire, and he got around that. And I started shooting stuff on my phone initially, and then I switched over to my other camera with I believe it was a 75 to 300 millimeter lens, which I found at the restore for $30. I thought it was a good deal, so I wanted to bring it out here. It had a good telephoto lens on it, and honestly, I had a lot of fun just filming and trying to track and feeling like I was a NASCAR video guy. So, and also there's copious amounts of warp stabilization, making the shots even work because I didn't have a stabilization rig or gimbal. I was just holding it with my hands and doing the best I could. get to around lap 30, and some pit stops begin to start happening, and he stays out. And there he passes by about 2 or 3 times, and I think, man, he's going to pit at some point here. But he doesn't. So it seems like the strategy was to stay out and gain position, which is a little confusing to me because I thought ARCA has non-competitive pit stops. So maybe someone in the comments can enlighten me of why, how he was able to gain positions during that pit stop. Maybe if you stay out, I don't know. Anyways, still learning about ARCA. So we got second place here, hitting the restart zone. And then Cletus loses his mind.
I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. Can you help me? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind.
I thought for sure Cletus was caught up in all of that. And there was a car on fire. They had the ambulance out there. Someone was pretty shooken up, so I don't know who it was, but I'm glad they're okay, and hope so. I saw in the interview afterwards with Cletus, I mean, he's really apologetic, and as he puts it, he stepped on the beans. He forgot about all the extra horsepower with not having restrictor plates, and honestly, he just got excited. I would have done no better in that situation if I was in second place at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And having a chance to win this thing, I would have lost my mind as well. So he did get some damage on the left front quarter panel, and you can't really see it here in this pass, but he does go into the pits and they put some tape on it and try to fix it up. But the car, from this point on, is no longer the same car. He seems to deal with continuing aero problems and some handling problems, and there's a couple of times he gets through turn 4 and it looks pretty loose, and and relating this with my experiences with NASCAR too, just like knowing how crazy it is coming into that dogleg and how you can just absolutely spin out if you're not careful. So, and I can't imagine doing it in traffic. So testament to Cletus and his abilities to deal with a wounded car, and it seems like he is learning a lot. I know Greg Biffle's talked about that he's just really proud of him for just learning, especially with Talladega with the 7 cylinders and still staying in the draft and finishing in the top 10, which is pretty amazing. And he still pulls it out here. It's not the big finish that he wanted, but I think it's a miracle that he pulled out what he did after that wreck, really. And it's very clear that it was his fault, and no one got into him, as you can see here in the clip. I know a lot of fans in the stand around me were like, it wasn't Cletus' fault. They're saying it's Cletus' fault. No, it was. As he said, he stepped on the beans. So, lesson learned. I know he won't be forgetting that anytime soon. So they come in and give him 4 tires and some gas, and obviously tape him up real good. And as you can see here, the left front corner panel in the front is taped over pretty generously, trying to recover some of the aero design. So, and it puts him back, I think, around 7th here, and he stays here for a long time. He holds out, but the car is getting looser and looser, and I think he does not benefit from an extra pit and getting more tires. I think he stays out trying to hold his position. So again, these seats were great. This was row 23, right in front of the restart zone. And I could clearly see all the way across the track. If I was a little higher, it would have been even better. And I will also note that the restart zone is probably the loudest place in the whole track, because that is where they restart, where they're all clumped together and they all launch together. Adam did a dB meter reading. It was easily over 100 dB for this ARCA series. Now, let's just put it around about 110. But we measured it again with the truck race, and that was easily 125 to 130 dB. And I assume he was doing A weight. So It's loud. Definitely we had ear protection, but the rumble is amazing. The sounds are amazing. Even the smells are kind of fun. You know, you can smell the tires, and some of the fumes up from the track, and it brings back memories. A lot of memories with my dad going to some NASCAR races. We went to Daytona and Darlington, and at Darlington, man, you would get like tire in your teeth if you weren't careful. Just with how much they tear up tires there. So over time, my camera work gets a little better and better as I learn to kind of square my shoulders up and my elbows to hold the shot. But yeah, Cletus does his best to hold on here, and he's slowly picked off one after another, and he gets to about 9th place at the end of the day, and he holds on to that. And there is nothing to be ashamed with that. I know he's really embarrassed about this restart and this wreck, but no, you just got to shake it off and you just got to get on to the next weekend. But for him, that's going to be Bristol, and don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out to that, but yeah, we'll see what Cletus wants to do here in the future. We don't know if Daytona 500's in the future for him in 2027. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Who knows? And trying some different lines through 3 and 4. You're just trying to manage those tires, and he almost loses it about every time into that dog leg. Trying to low lane here, and then there is a little bit of looseness here. Woo! Coming around the turn into the dog leg. And he's in 6th right now. So he was making some progress, but his tires do degrade on him here pretty quickly. Also, the Farlow effect is very real. There was far more people at this event than I thought there would be, especially for an ARCA event. And even the truck race blew me away with how filled the stands were for that. And I'll show a clip of that here at the end of the video. And here the 46 finally overtakes him. Cletus is not giving up. 10 laps to go here. And you can see that thing is getting looser and looser on him. But you gotta give it to him, man. He holds the car together. I'm sure a lot of that knowledge of tuning cars and building cars and engines, and just like knowing the envelopes of what the car's capable of. So I think we're coming in on the final lap here, and he is in 9th. Forget if this car is not for position. So lets him go. Comes through here, final dog leg, gets checkered. Charlotte Motor Speedway. 9th place for Cletus. Not bad, dude. And congrats to Austin Green, who actually won the race. And also congrats to Garrett Mitchell, who pulled out a 9th place finish after a pretty tough day. Charlotte's not easy. And bro, you did your best. Super proud of you. We'll see you in Bristol. Also, one last thing. Here's a pic of the truck race crowd right after the ARCA event. I was just really blown away that this many people were coming to the truck race. And before we go, just like we stayed for a little bit of a truck race, but just wanted to hear a full pit stop. Hey, thanks for watching this video. This is a new form of content for me, just doing some videos and some voiceover. Yeah, let me know if you like this format or if there's something else you'd like to see. Looking to do some more retro PC gaming reviews in the near future. Yeah, wanted to show you guys that and kind of talk about that. So, yeah, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, you know, all the things that we're supposed to do as content creators. But really, I just want to connect with you, the viewer. So check out the NEBTHOS YouTube page, and hopefully you'll find something there to get excited about, and hopefully travel amongst with us. So, all right, I'll see you later, travelers. But for now, I'm out of time units.